What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite for some pretty substantial updates to start off the week here for Black Ops 6 and Warzone. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, just want to remind you guys there's about 3 days left of the free trial for Black Ops 6 multiplayer and zombies. You don't get campaign access, and you also don't get DLC 1 Citadel Day more, but you get quite a bit of Season 1 Reloaded MP content, and of course the entirety of both Terminus and Liberty Falls. Over in Black Ops 6 though, we obviously have the conclusion of the Double XP event, which was earlier today. You no longer get double XP. It was actually player, weapon, battle pass, and Gobblegum earn rate boost throughout the last couple of days. You have about 2 days left of Merry Mayhem and Gobblegum Mania, with Archie's Festival Frenzy beginning later this week on Thursday the 19th. But you guys may have noticed the HelloFresh starter pack here inside of the item shop, and if bundles aren't your thing, I totally get it. Just want to let you guys know that this bundle did have the wrong price tag over on PC only. It was costing people $20 real, even though the pack only comes with 500 COD points, right? A normal pro pack would cost $20 real, but would give you 2,400 COD points back in return, so you'd get $40 of value for the price of 20. But this time, this is a starter pack, not a pro pack, and still impressive for the price. You get an operator skin, you get 2 blueprints, and some other pretty bright looking cosmetics. If you ended up paying the $20 by mistake on PC, you have since been reimbursed and refunded the $15 that you didn't need to spend. Hopefully that's clear. But real quick, we have every single bundle available on the detonated stockpile linked down below, going as far back as Modern Warfare 19. So the last 5-ish years of bundles are all here and tracked on the detonated stockpile. Again, we've just added all Season 1 Reloaded packs as of recently. But some other pretty important updates to start off the week, just so you guys are aware. Again, they made clear that there was an error with the pricing of the HelloFresh starter bundle. They also wanted to mention, as of about 2 days ago on December the 13th, they deployed an update with the following changes for Warzone, which are kind of questionable. I don't think the Warzone community is in the best place right now, so these are pretty wild changes. But the cost of custom weapons in the buy station has been adjusted based on the number of attachments. So 0 to 5, 2,500, 6 for 5,500, 7 for 6,500, and 8 attachment weapons will cost you upwards of $8,000. If that wasn't crazy enough, the number of placement matches required to unlock Warzone ranked play has also been lowered from 30, which was previously at 20. So that's actually wild, considering the cheating issue that has been pretty apparent inside of Warzone ranked play. Now cheaters can access Warzone ranked even faster, but I have a follow-up for that in just a couple of minutes here in this video. Real quickly on COD updates here, they did mention that they addressed an issue a few days ago, which was reducing the elemental sword damage against the boss during the main quest. Treyarch then followed up with a promise that they have additional adjustments and improvements planned for the elemental swords in a future update, which could be later this week with whatever the next set of patch notes is before devs fully go on holiday break before the start of 2025. I'll keep you guys posted on that zombie update. Now, earlier today, it looks like a message was sent out to all cheaters out there from not only Treyarch, but the entire Call of Duty team and, of course, Team Ricochet. So, as you can see, Team Ricochet outlines updates to the anti-cheat system. This is really important info that I know I get asked a lot about in many of my videos. What's going on with the anti-cheat? What's going on with ranked play, bans, leaderboards? We're going to go through all of that here with this blog. So as they mentioned, Black Ops 6 was released in October, and the anti-cheat team and development studios have been working on various updates to prevent, identify, and remove cheaters. The anti-cheat systems performed well during the launch window of BO6, and as a result, the teams shifted focus to preparations for Season 1. After a series of updates, our systems are in a better place today across all modes. However, we did not hit the mark for the integration of Ricochet at the launch of Season 1, particularly for ranked play. And that was a big issue that I know you guys have seen quite a bit if you've been playing either MP ranked or Warzone. We understand the promise of glory and notoriety from ranked play leaderboards makes ranked play an attractive target for cheaters. For this reason, our teams have been especially focused on turning the tide to deliver the competitive arena that our players do seek. Here's what they've done. So we have upgrades and accounts. Account bans are now happening hourly due to increased velocity from several Ricochet anti-cheat systems, This is in addition to the over 19,000 accounts that have been removed recently. These updates to our systems mean enforcement response times are now quicker than they have ever been. I don't believe we've ever seen hourly bans from Ricochet. I feel like it was just one big sweep about once or twice a season. This is great though. Obviously, it would ban people even more frequently than that, but as far as like big announcements go from Ricochet, we typically wouldn't get announcements more than, like I said, once or twice a season. This is a good step in the right direction. Leaderboard cleanup process has been updated for faster synchronization. This is great for those out there that are trying to hit top 250 and can't identify whether or not a player legitimately should be there or not because of some sus stats that that person may have. Luckily, leaderboards are being fixed. And then they also mentioned investigations here. We have significantly expanded our replay investigation render farm, the machines used to generate clips for examination. They've also ramped up the group dedicated to manually review clips based on a priority order that favors detections. In the last several weeks though, the replay tool updates have been highly effective at validating detections and reports, providing further training for AI systems for the anti-cheat team and removing cheaters. I know people see the letters AI and get freaked out thinking it's the end-all be-all, but no, if AI can be used to identify cheaters quicker, then so be it, right? Like I said, there's some good parts of AI and some good outcomes from having AI implemented throughout Call of Duty, but obviously I've spoken my 2 cents on AI in several previous videos, so that's a good step in the right direction as far as investigations go. But as they mentioned here, their focus is ramping up the speed of enforcement when cheaters do make it through the initial checks, which eliminates many bad actors before they make it into the game. They use a series of systems that include human reviews, kernel driver detections to block memory tampering, client-side and server-side detections to flag suspicious behavior, and again, AI to get illicit accounts out of the game as quickly as possible. But looking forward, we got some updates here for seasons 2 and 3 when it comes to the Ricochet anti-cheat. So they said the team is developing major updates. For Ricochet anti-cheat systems, including a kernel-level driver, which will scan your entire computer, by the way. This is going to be a little controversial because other games out there do use kernel-level drivers. I believe the Vanguard anti-cheat for, Valorant, may use something like this. So if you're familiar with that, then that's what this is going to be like. And also brand new server-side protections launching during season 2 and 3. More on those updates as we get closer to those season launches. So let me know how you feel about a kernel-level driver down below in the comments. I think I said this before, maybe on an older podcast. Some folks out there might not agree with having your whole PC scanned into because of a risk of security or whatever else. Some people out there are very protective of their data, and rightfully so. But I think what it takes at this point to fix the cheating issue across multiplayer and Warzone may be a kernel-level driver like this. So this is a big message to all cheaters out there that something huge is being worked on, which could finally kind of put Call of Duty up there with other competitive games that exist, which have kernel-level drivers, and I think a much less severe cheating issue compared to what Call of Duty has seen, right? But as they also said, while they continue the effort, a reminder that these are steps that you can take to partner with them in the fight against cheaters, right? Ensuring you have 2-factor authentication enabled. The things you work so hard to earn are attractive targets to cheaters who want nice things but don't like to put in the work. As always, please report cheaters you see in game because reporting does work. It does help a little bit. They use these reports in their investigations to new and emerging cheats, and we appreciate the efforts to raise those flags for the Ricochet team. And as they also said, they'll be continuing its work to fight cheaters throughout the remainder of the month. While we have made progress, we know more needs to be done, and we're eager to share details of our planned major updates coming in the new year. Like I mentioned before, Ricochet has to adapt to all the new cheats that do come into creation, that do come into the fold. It takes time for ban waves to actually be put out there, but it looks like major improvements have been made to at least get hourly sweeps going for the remainder of season 1. I feel like they also put this vlog out there because, again, devs are going on holiday break. They want to at least leave us with some glimmer of hope that the cheating issue is being looked into as we enter 2025. Now, I've looked through a lot of the responses about today's Ricochet blog post, and I'm aware, just to be clear, there already is a kernel-level driver for Black Ops 6 and Warzone, or anything under the COD HQ umbrella. There's just a significant update planned for it, which may make it as secure as what you see with the Vanguard anti-cheat for Valorant or other competitive games out there. They have not addressed anything to do with shadow banning. I know that's a problem. I doubt they'll ever really address that. Who knows why? I think at this point they have to cut their losses with Ricochet and introduce a new anti-cheat altogether under a different name. That's probably a better plan of action, but also being able to turn off crossplay, because a lot of the cheating persists on PC. So being able to turn off crossplay while playing multiplayer or Warzone, because obviously ranked play has forced crossplay, I think that would also be a good step forward. But some folks are worried about having to wait until season 2, which is the end of January, before seeing a substantial update with Ricochet. So hopefully the hourly bans do push us forward a little bit, but having to wait till season 3 maybe for other significant updates, That's also concerning to people. So I've seen some funny comments saying just turn off ranked play or just disable the whole mode until something big happens when it comes to the anti-cheat. I don't know. I'm seeing all your responses here. People aren't really happy with today's blog post, but at least there was some type of transparency provided from Call of Duty, if anything. Now, to end this video, if you go over to the Trello board for Black Ops 6, and I'll get to Warzone in a second, lots of issues are being investigated, some of which already got resolved, but high man-fleet speed is slower than intended. They're investigating Dark Ops calling card displaying as classified in the showcases to other players who haven't earned them. Some players have a non-melee weapon added to a dedicated melee slot in some new custom classes, but medal and level up notifications are no longer displaying in hardcore. That's an issue. Players will notice that some killer calling card challenges do not show their recorded progress in the menus, and players may sometimes notice that progression levels are incorrect in the menus, and then players noticing that some progression levels are also incorrect in some of the in-game scoreboards. Zombies known issues. They're going to be buffing the sword soon. Players lose all in magazine ammo for some weapons when applying armor plates. Also comment down below if you're seeing any other issues that weren't mentioned here. And players may notice their current mission resets after the November 14th update. This is for campaign. And they're also investigating a problem causing progress for campaign and setting changes to be lost on PC Microsoft Store downloads. Over in Warzone, got a few things here with crashing, stability reports for PC. They're also investigating a number of various isolated issues, and they're investigating an issue where self-reviving with the survivor perk equipped is causing players to remain stuck in an unrevivable state. Switch second weapon keybind under advanced combat keybinds will cause players to pull out their backup pistol when attempting to swap to their secondary. Also an issue with spectating. An issue preventing players from looting items on the ground, multiple issues preventing players from applying new armor plates, that's game breaking, and then a reflex perk description is missing the following details, creates an audible warning of nearby enemy equipment, an issue with deploying kill streaks, contracts appearing on the HUD, those icons are bugged, and an issue with audio, which has been, I think, a problem since the launch of Season 1. Body shields have been disabled in ranked play while they investigate a known exploit, and they're investigating longer than intended queue times for ranked play Warzone. And then these are more restricted item details here when it comes to Battle Royale rank. But that is going to do it for the Warzone Trello board. Ladies and gentlemen, those are a lot of new updates that just got confirmed earlier today by Team Ricochet via a blog post. Everyone behind the scenes is working on tackling the cheating issue as best as they can. If some people don't want to believe the information that was in the blog, then so be it. But at least there's some transparency and communication about what is going on with Ricochet for multiplayer and Warzone. Leave our thoughts down below. Really hope you've enjoyed. And those are the updates for this week. Peace out, everybody.